Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday, March 31st, our third day in Holy Week. And we're going to continue to follow the story of Jesus during Passion Week. Matthew chapter 25 will be our focus today. It's an interesting chapter because it describes what's going to happen at the end of the age when all is said and done and God brings forth his kingdom in fullness, and we all are called to stand before the creator of heaven and earth and to give an account for our lives. What have we done with our lives? Look, in this life, when you die, when I die, we leave, and we don't take anything with us except one thing: accountability. In other words, we are accountable for what we've been given in this life. The time, the opportunities, the freedoms, all of that. We're going to be held into an account for those gifts. And this is the scene where that's happening. And so Jesus is on the throne, and he says this to those that are on his right-hand side. He says, "When I was hungry, you gave me food. And when I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was sick, you visited me. When I was in prison, you came to me." And then the righteous will answer and ask, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you some to drink? When did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you?" And Jesus answers, and he says, "Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these, my brother, you did it to me." Our faith in Christ is not just a privatized thing. It's not just a me and Jesus calling. And I oftentimes hear people in the church talk like that. It's just me and Jesus. Well, that's not biblical. That's not biblical faith. Biblical faith is meant to be lived out. Faith is meant to be demonstrated in acts of kindness and love and care, sharing the love of God, the grace of God, the mercy of God with others, those around us, no matter what they believe, no matter where they are, whether they're in prison or in a hospital. It doesn't matter. We're called to be compassionate. We're called to help one another. This is a hallmark of what faith is all about. And it's challenging to live that out in a climate, in a culture such as ours, where everything is directed towards self. We're from very early age, we're trained that it's about us. Get what we want. First, take care of yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. First, take care of yourself. Self. It's about what we want, where we want to go, where we want to eat. And it's really hard in that kind of environment to think of others. In fact, we really don't not only want to think about them, we don't even want to see them. Have you ever passed by a homeless person and you turned your face, or you sort of looked and maybe you fired up a little prayer? We don't want to see need. It makes us feel bad. I should do something, but well, that's the point here in Matthew 25. Jesus has called you, saved you, has given you grace and forgiveness, not so you can just have it, but that you can share it in real tangible ways. So in this Holy Week, today, Wednesday, maybe go out of your way. And if you see someone in need, give them a hand. If you know someone who's struggling, maybe can't buy groceries, get them some food. Maybe someone who you haven't seen in church or around for a while, give them a call. Maybe someone who you know is struggling or is feeling disconnected, invite them over for a meal. Reach out and do it in an act of kindness and love. Because you're not doing it just to that person. You're doing it for the sake of Jesus. God bless you today.